Hey YouTube, this is just a random video. It's a different kind of video because I noticed there's a world full of people out here like 6.5 or 6 point something rounded up to excuse me 7 billion people. Let me get some water. Hang on. um and it doesn't matter what avenue of life, it doesn't matter what aspect of life. um it's just like, and myself included, and I do this because I don't really realize it, but you know what, I realize the need of people out there. There's a lot of people walking around with with smiles on their face, acting like everything is okay. I don't do that stuff. I mean, me, I just don't have it in me, man. I can't do that. I'm not picking on people who do it, but I just don't have it in me. Like if I'm not feeling some type of way, you're not gonna catch me walking around acting one way and feeling another way. I'm a horrible actor, man. Really, I am. I mean, I have self control, but I just don't have it in me to sit there and paste a smile on my face. If I'm not feeling it, man, I'm not feeling it. Like really. But I know a lot of people are like that. And even the people like myself who just, there are people out there that just can't do it. But and I just happen to be one of those people. But this video is for everyone. It doesn't matter how minute or irrelevant your problem is. You know, I'm not a therapist. I'm not trying to be a therapist. I'm not trying to get in anybody's business. I'm definitely not like that. I don't get down with the whole gossiping thing. I think gossip is just for anybody, let alone a dude, is just like weird, man. I mean, really, we have our own lives to live. We should really keep, our business to ourselves. And, if somebody's going to spread somebody's business, well, let it be that person. I don't get into the whole, run around like, and just the whole gossip shows and the TMZ and the magazines. It's just all dumb to me, man. It's just a complete and total waste of time. Like honestly, I'd rather go sit in the corner and stare at the wall and pick my nose for a half an hour than sit in front of the television and watch TMZ, because I'll accomplish more picking my nose than watching a stupid television talk to me about Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, and a bunch of people that don't even care whether I'm dead or alive. Really, man. I mean, I can think of a million pointless things to do besides doing stuff like that. Again, I don't mean to sound critical, but it is what it is. I don't get into all that stuff. But you know, I'm just making this video because there's a lot of people out there in this world that are hurting, and people like to walk around and just uh you know I don't know, they just don't have people to talk to, I guess. Um um just a world full of people. um I don't know what your problem might be. I mean, I don't know, really. So I guess this video is just for anybody, that might need somebody to talk to, or even if I could just pray for you. I mean, if you go back and watch my videos, I do talk an awful lot about God, but I'm not going to sit there and beat anybody over the head with it. I don't do that. There's people out there that just, will really like, drill you with it. I'm not like that. I mean, I will talk to somebody about God, absolutely, and that's what we're supposed to do. you know um but to sit there and you know take a hammer and beat people over the head with God, that's going to do nothing but frustrate people and make people want to run away. To me, the best way to do it is to get right with God and then go out and yes, talk about God, but not beat people over the head with God, but you know be more about my lifestyle than my words, because I could sit here and say anything I want to, but unless I'm really backing it up with my actions, words are as pointless as anything else, really. Words are nothing but what they are. Until you can actually walk the walk, then you shouldn't talk the talk. And I'm new in God, so anything I do say, and it's because I'm pretty much at that level, at that point, or at least on my way there, and I feel comfortable enough to admit the fact that if I'm not all the way there yet, but I feel like I'm on my way there, so I might want to share a video or something. But I'm not going to sit there and just sit there and preach something that I'm not even really even waking up to. So whatever. But yeah, I mean, I do talk an awful lot about God, and you know, I'm not gonna beat people over the head with it. But if you do want prayer for something, you know, I will give you prayer. Um, but you know, or if you just want to talk about something, if you want to talk about something, you know, could be anything. Like I said, I mean, I'm gonna, it's just one of those videos. It's just, there's no really no point to it. The point is that I'm, you know, I don't know you, you don't know me really. I mean, you don't have to get into all kinds of personal stuff. I'm, you know, really, I don't, wherever you want to take it. I mean, this video is strictly for anyone who just wants to, you know, who just needs to talk to somebody for whatever reason. There's a lot of people out there. I know what it's like. You know, I mean, I know what it's like to go through some things. We all know what it's like to go through some things. And you just like, you know, at that point in time about that specific topic, there just seems to be nobody, you know, to talk to, kind of like, you know, you know, like this hashtag, one of the hashtags I'm gonna put this under is parental alienation, because not because I'm trying to get into the issue or anything like that at all, but I do have a lot of videos on there, and there's a lot of people within that hashtag that, if you know, that might need somebody to talk to, or it could be about that or something else. Like I said, this is a universal video, man. I'm not trying to touch on one topic more than anything else. I'm just putting that under that hashtag because there's a lot of people that go through that stuff. And you know, my situation, you can go back and watch my videos if you want to, or don't, it doesn't matter. My situation is, it is what it is. I have nothing more to say about that. I'm just getting on with my life at this point. I just wanted to drop a couple videos just to, because I felt like I had to, you know, being the fact that I went through it. Hang on. You know, being the fact that you know, excuse me, I went through it, I felt as though I had to do something, because where I live, let me get some better lighting. You know, I'll just stay here, it doesn't matter. This video is gonna end shortly anyways, but yeah, the lighting is a little messed up because it's just the way it is. It's just that type of day where, and I'm at you know, a certain spot in the room where it's just a weird lighting. But you know, I'm just at the point, you know, like me particular, man, like I'm not even doing this to touch on anything. Like my particular situation, I'm just getting on with it. Like I hit the point where I just did everything I could, and it is what it is, and it's God's plan, and I'm just kind of rolling with it, man, really. I mean, it is what it is, you know. So I'm not sitting here trying to touch on my situation, your situation, you know, or anything like that. I mean, really, I mean, if you go back and watch my videos, I'm a strong believer in, you know, just eventually, not because you're abandoning your kid or anyone, or not because you're just giving up, but just because sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. You can't sit there and you know, knock on a door forever. I mean, if it doesn't open, it doesn't open, really. I mean, eventually you just gotta, you know, you call somebody, eventually the phone stops ringing and voicemail picks up. You know, so it's not really about getting on with your life and just closing doors. It's just about getting on with your life, you know, and letting it be what it is. So that's kind of where I'm at. You might be there, you might not be, and if you don't want to talk about that, let's go. We could talk about something else, or don't talk about anything at all. Like that's just as well with me. But I'm gonna put this video on under a few hashtags, and you know, you know, I try to figure out as much, you know, I don't really know what would actually relate to this video, but you know, it's just a universal video because, you know, I look out there and I just see a lot of people, but so, you know, when I go into a store or something, once in a while I'll just sit back and I'll just kind of think. Like, I'm more of a thinker. I'm not the kind of person where I'm just da 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 da. I don't you know, I'm not quiet, but I don't sit there and talk people's heads off either. I'm not the life of the party. I never was, man. When I was younger, I was. You know, when I was a teenager, I was all over the place. You know, I mean, I didn't have to be the life of the party, but when I